Welcome to Troopers Travels. We're at Peveril Castle today, so we'll pay to visit and have a look around it, give you some more information, see what you think of it. Worth a visit. English Heritage, about £7 I think, but we'll see how we go with it. Okay, this is how the castle would have looked. You keep the chapel. That's the turret we looked at. We'll take a look at that, and then the grand hall, the new hall. That would have been the old hall, I believe. But yeah, and that would have been your outer bailey, and that would have been where they had the bridge across. Forest of the Peak. That's your Peveril Castle. As you can see, very steep. Probably about 20-25 pit stops on way up. An old pinfold. Look, an old pinfold where they used to keep the sheep if they escaped. I didn't know that were here. Dating back from 1561. Inner bailey at Castle were described as useful for compounding sheep. Oh, this is the bit I hate, but I must troop on. And there's plenty of places to sit. That's where we're going. We're going up to keep. A nice day for it and all. Right, we'll try moving on. Just a bit more information. It's not wheelchair accessible. So, I mean, I'm blowing now, but it is pretty steep. It's like a snake. Right. Let's have a little look. It's an 11th century castle. Peveril Castle. Look over there, you've got Mamtor, an hill fort. God, I'm blowing. Right, let's have a look at top. But some outstanding views. And if you go other side of here, Edale. But we'll have a look anyway. Get to the top first. Some outstanding view when we get to the top, which is just to the side of that curtain wall there. Just going to show you around a little bit. So that's back door down there. That the one with the, if I can see that, like an hoop thing there. That up there where you see the path, Holland's Cross. Quick route to Edale, and that's your old fort, which is now Mamtor, the mountain that moves, Mamtor. Be a lot easier going down though, but we'll have a look. We'll get some lunch and all while we're up here, and I'll give you some more information. Still a bit cooler to be fair, but it's worth a visit. And I'll give you some more information shortly. See you in a bit. Fair, if you were defending this, they've got to come up a big hill. Whether they're going to attack it or siege it. Built on a limestone crag, basically. Have a look in valley. It's 2 kilometres to Mamtor from here. That's the west side of Castleton, and it's in the Oak Valley. But let's get inside, get a drink, and then we can start. Ooh. And in we go. See you in a bit. Finally made it. I'm alright now. Anyway, let's explore this place. So we're just going to have a walk from this side, go along it, explain a few bits and bobs what information boards have told me and my books told me. So let's have a look, see what's about. So, Peveril Castle, it's an 11th century ruin overlooking the village of Castleton, or Oak Valley if you want to call it. It's in Hope anyway. It's known as Castleton Castle, Peak Castle, or Peveril, after the name of the guy what made it or built it. One of the Norman lords, one of William the Conqueror's friends, the nice Normans. So I'm just having a quick look at this. This is the, is it the east or the west? Just give me a second, let me see the information. Give me a second, I'm a bit confused now, totally confused and all that. So this is known as the East Gateway. It's 12th century and well accessible by foot or horse on a steep path from the town, which is down there, which is pretty steep, but it'll come straight up. Looks a little bit red, to be fair, if you look at that. Red stone in it. But it looks Roman to me, that. I always think of Chester. And then you've got the 11th century curtain wall, which were built first. And you would have had several large buildings in this area. And I think there's a chapel up here as well, or remains of a chapel. So let's have a quick look and give you a bit more information. It's turned a bit cool actually, to be fair. And there's a lot to grow. I don't want them eating my stuff. So let's have a quick look at the views, the breathtaking view. So that's Manto, if I can zoom in on for you. Manto there. There were some people on my parachutes on Thermes earlier, which are quite frequent. Then I think if I can just, I might be wrong, there's like a little like a little lump on there. That's known as Grins Low Knoll. Ollins Cross is there where the path is. Top of there is Ollins Cross, where they used to bring coffins of her from Edale to bury them. Ollins Cross, hence the thing. And then you've got Backtor, which is there. Little tree on it, isolated tree. And then as you go further down, you've got Loose Hill, that area there. I don't know if I've zoomed in on very well on there. So like I say, you would have had several buildings in here. So in this hall there's quite a few little remnants what's left of it, if I'm honest. So it contains several large buildings, which would have been kitchens, bakeries, a chapel which we'll look at later, an old and new hall. And these were built to house the lords of the castle and family and households. In the absence, it would have been used by the officers, the Sheriff of Nottingham. But if you go down further down here, have a quick look. So these would have been little cloisters, them. That's the remains of a fireplace. I never knew that were here. You can see it. That would have been a fireplace. And I believe this is some type of oven. Looks like an oven because it's oval, isn't it? Would have been an oven, possibly. And to the other side of there, I think where the keep is, that would have been the entrance into the castle, which possibly would have had some type of bridge what went over the Peak Cabin or the Devil's Arch, which is down there. That's where they have a lot of stuff going off, like well, concerts and things. And then if we have a little look on here, we'll have a look down here. So that's some stairwell here, but that, I thought that was some type of top wall where they could walk across anyway, but we'll have a look anyway. Beautiful day, but yeah, try and give some more information about it. I've got a book as well, so I might give more information than I expected, but we'll try some more in a bit. So this would have been the north wall, like I said, curtain wall, and that would have been the north wall turret, basically. It goes out, looked like being a tower overlooking things. Don't really climb on it really. I'd like to get on there and have a look at it, but I probably wouldn't bother. So let's explore, let's have a look around. So we've done all this, haven't we? And we'll have a look what we can find up here as well. So we'll just go past the new wall. Lots of molehills, by the way. You can see lots of moles live here now. Must have took some building this, it's pretty high up. This is the medieval garderobe. Obviously, if ever building the Peveril Castle was served by garderobes or latrines. Probably built in the 13th century. The range of private chambers ran along the western side of the wall. The stone shelf supported by a wooden seat. So imagine that would have been the medieval crapper. Lots of crows and rooks. Right, we'll get to the top and have a look. We're about to go inside. Last time I came it won't open this. Just give us a second. So that would have been the Arty Bailey. Not what you can see now. Would have been used for in the Middle Ages for, and a wooden bridge would have well, I can't really see it really, but there would have been a wooden bridge, easy access, but it's pretty steep down there for your Outer Bailey. And we'll have a look here. There's a chapel down here and all, but I think I'll look at that first before I look at the hotels. That's that mound I told you about earlier, I couldn't see earlier. Just see it there. That brings us null, whatever it is. I'll put it on as text anyway. Some nice views down here, isn't there? Look at that. Nice little, I think it's classic limestone way that now. But yeah, I'm just going to have a quick look. I thought there were a chapel. They mentioned the chapel. I wonder if this were part of the chapel. I'm sure this was the chapel. So the keep were built in 1174 on the orders of King Henry, who reigned from 1154 to 1189. King Henry II, I think. Tall enough to be visible for miles around. It were a powerful symbol of the authority of the king. Peveril Castle had been garrisoned against a rebellion on a previous year. The new tower made had been intended to place security if the castle should be threatened again. But I thought there were a chapel. I'll have to have a look at book when I come back. But we'll take a quick look in here. What that's there? Some type of Right, we'll have a nosy. I don't think it's open. We can go in so far and have a look inside it. Just give us a second. Let's take a look. Oh, that made me jump. Some nice little windows. This is the basement. We'll have a look anyway. What used to run right up there onto the tower. Type of roof on that previous floor. That's pretty modern, that. But this is your ground floor. Nice and cool though. Sandstone. I don't know what all these ropes for. Is it to hold it together? Surely not. Oh, the train, which smells at all. That's a latrine. So, according to form, owners of Peveril Castle didn't live in this keep. Other buildings beside it, that's where they all were. I think there's 2 rooms to this. It's saying here that it contained 2 rooms, a principal chamber at this level and a basement underneath it, which we've just been down, which is down there, and a spiral staircase in these corners that led down to the basement. Well, that's that one there. It had a latrine and wall cupboard, which we've seen that. It's a large window to provide a good view over the castle, which is that one there. So that's level 2, level 1, and that's your basement. So Henry II had this built, this stone tower. So when Peveril had it, William Peveril, he basically had this, but without the tower, before the king took it. And at some stage it was passed back. But obviously they were Norman barons, but I'm just trying to find out this chapel. Just give me a second, I need to find out. But as you can see, some lovely views, beautiful views. I've just seen somebody in that window. I don't know what that was, might have been a crow. A bit spooky, that. Anyway, just bear with me, I'm just going to try and get my bearings with this map. So this was the north wall, and the chapel, it should be down here, somewhere. I think it's on that path below though. But nice though, isn't it? Nice. Possibly this is part of the chapel here. It says down this end there. I think this is the chapel where it was. That's the chapel, this bit here, this block. That's what they're saying. And that's your views. And, unfortunately, blot on the landscape. Up cement factory, and there you just can see the chimney. That's it, Peveril Castle. Just see if I can give some information before I finish it off, and then we'll call it a day. If I mentioned this, but obviously this was built, this area, this castle, was built as a centre for exercising the lordship over the forest of the Peak. So that's what the area of Forest of the Peak. Worth a visit. I think it's about £7, but there's not a lot here, but it's always good to look at your history, isn't it? Sorry if I've covered this, but I'm going to start again anyway, regardless. Troopers probably got it wrong again, but anyway, so Peveril Castle, the ruined 11th century castle overlooking the village of Castleton. We've said it were Castleton Castle or Peak Castle or Peveril after his name. It stands over a limestone crop overlooking the Oak Valley, and 2k over that side, that's your man door. Initially it was built by William Peveril, hence the name of the castle. Found the castle with William Peveril. In the castle was name, like I just mentioned, they mentioned it in Domesday Book of 1086, a nobleman who supported William the Conqueror. It was built soon after 1066 by William Peveril. It became a royal land in 1155 by Henry II, and a stone keep was built, which is that one there. So I think I've covered all that anyway, but it's been a nice little visit for troops. Hope you've enjoyed it, but it's all downhill from here. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that little snippet. Peveril Castle behind me. It's all good going downhill, isn't it? Nice little place to visit, English heritage, worth a visit if you're in Castleton or in Peaks. And it's all downhill from here, even better. Thanks for watching. I'd just like to say a big thank you to all these people what's basically just joined my channel. And thanks to Solitary Rambler, Patrick Leach. Give his channel a watch, some good walks there and some good information. And just a big thank you. And if you have not already joined, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell. It's free, it don't cost you no, and it's just an hobby I've got, to be fair. But on that note, we'll just have a wander down here, and thanks for watching. See you in a bit. This is the bit I like best when you're going downhill. Obviously that's the curtain wall. It's all downhill now, so it's no problem, is it? But yeah, it's turned a bit cool though, to be fair. It was lovely and sunny when I first come. But we'll set it out from Castleton, Mantor, Hollands Cross, Lewis Hill, and I'm forgetting the name of it now. Anyway, beside the side, we'll call it a day. Thanks for watching. Bye.